Say his palate, the skillet with pancake batter. He whips up and drips out colored batter from squeeze tubes in the likeness of things like President Trump. Did you see it? Do you buy it? He says he takes him up to an hour and a half just to create one edible piece of art. Billionaire Mark Cuban could be running for president. He says he's weighing a 2020 run for the White House. The reality star and owner of the Mavericks backed Hillary Clinton in the 2016 campaign and has been a very vocal critic of President Trump. Cuban said he would be far more transparent than Trump about his business interests. So in 3 years, imagine that, it could be a true battle of the billionaires, a new level of reality TV on the campaign trail for sure. Back to you guys.
And in the buzz tonight, one of Hollywood's biggest names, producer and studio exec Harvey Weinstein, is taking a leave of absence from his company. That's after the New York Times reported he is accused of sexually harassing female employees and actors for decades. Elaine Quijano reports.
The sexual harassment allegations against Harvey Weinstein stretch back 30 years, with some as recent as 2015, according to the New York Times. One of his accusers, actress Ashley Judd, told the paper that 2 decades ago Weinstein made multiple sexual advances at a Beverly Hills hotel, asking if he could give her a massage or watch him shower. I said no, a lot of ways, a lot of times, and he always came back at me with some new ask, Judd recalled. She thought, how do I get out of the room as fast as possible without alienating Harvey Weinstein? The Times reports that 8 women say Weinstein engaged in inappropriate behavior that included appearing nearly or fully naked in front of them, requiring them to be present while he bathed, or repeatedly asking for a massage or initiating one himself. And the paper says Weinstein has reached at least 8 confidential settlements with women. Among them are former assistants, an actress, and a model. The paper says most received roughly $80,000 to $150,000. In a written statement to the Times, Weinstein said, quote, I came of age in the 60s and 70s when all the rules about behavior and workplaces were different. I appreciate the way I've behaved with colleagues in the past has caused a lot of pain, and I sincerely apologize for it. One half of the powerhouse Weinstein Film Studio, Harvey Weinstein's resume includes hits like Pulp Fiction, Good Will Hunting, and Shakespeare in Love. In a statement to CBS News, Weinstein's attorney, Charles Harder, said the New York Times had published false and defamatory statements about Harvey Weinstein, adding, we are preparing the lawsuit now. All proceeds will be donated to women's organizations. Elaine Quijano, New York.
Well, Kate Winslet sets a course for Pandora. Variety says the actress is reuniting with her Titanic director James Cameron for his upcoming sequels to Avatar. First of the 4 Avatar sequels hits theaters a long time from now. We're talking December of the year 2020.
She is just so stunning. I love Kate Winslet.
I love her too.
I fell in love with her from Titanic.
Tara Hitchcock just sat down. I saw an interview with her on GMAS this morning. Yeah, she's just a lovely person.
I don't get starstruck. I think if I saw Kate Winslet, I might be starstruck.
Would you buy her coffee?
Most definitely. If I could even get the words out, can I buy you a coffee?
That would be funny seeing you.
Hollywood actresses really don't do anything for me, but there's something about Kate Winslet I really like.
Seeing Brendan without words, worth it. Yeah, very much so. All right, we've been talking about the full moon tonight, which is the harvest moon. It's 89 degrees in the valley right now. Winds out of the west at 6, and the relative humidity is at 17%. Tomorrow morning, as you head off on that hike or jog, temps are going to be in the 70s for the most part, low 70s. Not much in the way of any wind, and an abundance of sunshine after sunrise, of course. 98 our high today, 75 the morning low, so we were above average. The record high on the date, 104, 1987 for that. Around town right now, we've got 88 at Scottsdale, Apache Junction, Gold Canyon down to 80. It's 81 at Queen Creek, 85 at Chandler, and Glendale is reporting 83 degrees. We've got 72 at Winslow, 56 at Flagstaff, 72 at Sedona right now, and 82 is the current reading for Bullhead City. Big changes doing in the upper atmosphere. First of all, we're losing our area of low pressure, and with that, we'll get a little bit of moisture into eastern Arizona one more day. But then a ridge of high pressure builds in to finish the week. So we do stay unseasonably warm through the weekend, but early next week, another trough of low pressure digs our way, and with that, temperatures are going to go right back downhill. In fact, we may have a day or two where high temps are in the 80s. That sounds pretty good. For the rest of tonight, though, we're just going to see fair skies out there. Midtown low of about 70 degrees. Then for tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 97. Our extended forecast through the weekend keeps us in the upper 90s Saturday and Sunday. And then it gets cooler. Look at Wednesday, a high of 89.
Your local news with Brandon Lee. Weeknights only on 3TV.
Hi, Dad.
Warm up with the new Peking pork. Delicious crisp pork chop bites with hand-cut bell peppers and onions, wok-tossed in a sweet and sour glaze. New at Panda Express, where good fortune smiles.
The big four mattress makers need us to dump 4 months of their mattresses in these 4 days. And they'll need to drop our outlet prices another 50% to do it. Luxury hotels sell them for $2,300. Friday, you pay $499. Famous queen size $199. King size $299. Twins $79. Free power adjustables, free financing, free delivery. They need us to sell 4 months of their mattresses. They need to give you another 50% off our prices at the dump.
If you have Medicare, I have 3 things you'll want to hear. There's an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana. It includes Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage, and it may save you money in so many ways. It's all in this book, and it's yours free just for calling. You'll see all the ways the plan might save you money, even on prescription drugs. In fact, last year, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $6,500 on average on their prescription costs. And you get all this coverage with an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. Even if you've looked at Humana before, you need to take another look at this plan. We'll send you the decision guide absolutely free, in a slightly smaller size, of course. Discover the all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan that could cut your costs and cover your prescriptions. Call 1-800-833-2309 or go to humanabigbook.com. The savings are too big to miss.
Get ready, Friday's coming. And you know what that means.
Field Trip Friday!
It's time for fall fun in Queen Creek. Come along to Schneff Farms Pumpkin Chili Party.
And we'll check out their newest attraction, Awesome Airstream Trailer. And I tackle the Shane Doan Corn Maze.
Plus, we'll see what's new at the Olive Mill. Join us for Field Trip Friday, sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Friday on Good Morning Arizona, only on 3TV.
Tonight we're talking about a vicious attack caught on camera.
An 18-year-old is wanted by police tonight for blindsiding the victim with one powerful punch. Stephen Romo has the story.
He never saw it coming. Police say the 30-year-old victim was leaving Rucci's Mexican Grill in Rosenberg when he was attacked.
Messed up.
Police say the suspect is 18-year-old Alejandro Maldonado. Officers say he agreed to turn himself in last week, but never showed up.
That knockout game is what they call it, is what we're assuming is what's going on here.
Police say the years-old so-called knockout game hasn't been an issue for their city. Investigators say calling it a game, though, is a bad idea. They call it aggravated assault.
I hope it's isolated. I mean, it's a cowardice act.
We showed the video recorded last week to other Rosenberg young people.
I don't get what people's rush from that is or anything like that.
They agreed with police. This sucker punch is cowardly and no joke. The victim hits the pavement hard and was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries.
I've seen the videos before, but not that malicious.
It's not going to be funny when you're in prison.
The victim is now back home. Police don't think he and the suspect even knew each other. They're hoping Maldonado turns himself in.
Don't do that.
No.
I'm not resisting.
You are resisting.
I am.
You are
Go back
resisting.
home.
And you put hands on me and you me.
I did not assault you.
All new at 9 o'clock tonight, 3TV has now uncovered criminal charges against a state trooper in a case that was caught on camera.
So that trooper is accused of aggravated assault and resisting arrest while he was off duty. Our Derek Stahl joins us live in Chandler tonight with more on this exclusive story, Derek.
Yeah, good evening. We're at police headquarters where Chandler police reports show this all started with a 911 call from the trooper's ex-wife. She told dispatchers that her ex-husband was drunk, had been verbally abusive, and had taken her cell phone. What happened next was recorded on police body camera video.
Hello. Where did he go?
It's April 25th, around 9:30 p.m. A Chandler police officer makes contact with the ex-wife and starts taking her information. A few minutes later, off-duty DPS trooper John Buganig walks into the frame. He tosses his ex-wife's phone through her open car window.
No, we're not going to do that. What? That's not how this works, buddy. Don't talk to me. I know how it works. Whoa, dude.
At this point, the officer calls for backup while Buganig continues to try to walk away.
Don't do that. No, I'm not resisting. You are resisting. I am. You are resisting. And you put hands on me and you me. I did not assault you. This is all on video, buddy. I did not assault you. Great. Okay. What do we gotta do? Are you done? Yeah, go ahead. Put it on video.
The scuffle left Buganig with a cut to the face. Court documents show he's been with DPS for 8 years.
Until you came up to me and did what you did to me, this was a verbal argument between you and her. What did I do? You put hands on me and you pushed me. That's aggravated assault, sir.
He's now on paid administrative leave as his case moves through court. Now, Buganig has pleaded not guilty to 2 felonies and a misdemeanor. He's scheduled to appear in court for another hearing later this month. I did reach him over the phone. He told me, I think this will play out in court. I don't have any comment. Reporting live in Chandler, I'm Derek Stahl for Arizona's Family.
Derek, thank you. Right now, a very sad night for a lot of people at Chandler High School coming together to remember one of its junior varsity football players.
Yeah, the sophomore passed away over the weekend in an accident on Bartlett Lake. 3TV's Lauren Reimer, she is there tonight where a vigil is being held. Lauren?
That's for you, kid.
Yeah, the football field here at Perry High School was a very special place for Braden Mason. And tonight, this is where he's being remembered in a special vigil happening right now. The 15-year-old lost his life on Sunday on Bartlett Lake in a drowning accident. Tonight, the Perry High School sophomore was remembered at the junior varsity football team's game. This is the first game his team has played without him. The Perry Pumas won their game tonight, but celebrations were cut off early for a vigil to remember Mason.
Every time he walked in the room, he just brought smiles, and he just made everybody laugh, and he was always there.
Just try not to forget a person like that, because he was always cheering up people even when they were down.
Braden, we did that for you.
Well, the school also took up a special collection tonight at the game to go towards Mason's family. I'm Lauren Reimer for Arizona's Family.
All right, Lauren, thank you. And tonight, investigators are learning more about Stephen Paddock's plan to kill innocent people in Las Vegas. They say he was scoping out other possible venues, including Lollapalooza in Chicago, Boston's Fenway Park, and another show near the Vegas Strip last month.
Paddock's girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, spoke with the FBI today. She told agents she was concerned about Paddock's mental stability. Tonight, police are looking for anyone who came into contact with Paddock before the shooting, including a woman who was reportedly seen with him at the Mandalay Bay Casino. The Los Angeles Kings tonight are paying tribute to U of A grad Christiana Duarte at the season opener. She was killed in Sunday's mass shooting in Vegas.
Yeah, she started working for the hockey team just about a year ago. They honored her and all of those who were killed in the massacre with a moment of silence. And then the players put this touching tribute on their helmets with a heart and her initials. The team tweeted out these pictures tonight saying, quote, "Tonight's for you, Chrissy." The 22-year-old had several sports marketing internships before coming to work for the NHL team. She used to work in the D-backs front office. Last night, the team honored Christiana before their wild card game.
And tonight we have learned 2 more victims of the shooting are from Arizona. You're looking at Brett Schwanbeck. He's from Bullhead City, and he was at the festival with his fiancée during the attack. She survived. Sadly, he didn't make it.
Right now, a woman from Flagstaff is recovering after getting hit by a bullet. Tani Womack is at a Las Vegas hospital. She is expected to be released tomorrow, according to her co-workers. She's 21 years old, works at Denny's. They plan to hold a fundraiser for her next week.
And you learn that you have to prioritize what you're going to do. And that was one of the reasons that I realized that these victims needed my help more than than the many officers that were already responding to that scene, and I had to prioritize and see what was most important at that particular time.
59 people were killed and more than 520 were hurt in that Las Vegas attack. And tonight we spoke with that Arizona State trooper who was there to help in all of that chaos. He said his active shooter training was definitely put to use that night. You can hear Sergeant Alan Hayward's whole story coming up at 9:30.
Oh, this heart-wrenching noise of the rapid gunfire from Las Vegas is now finally sounding some alarms, it appears, in Washington. Tonight, Congress is showing more signs of willingness to take up the gun control debate than it's ever shown in years.
It centers around one very specific issue. We're talking about those bump stocks. The Las Vegas gunman used the attachment to make semi-automatic guns fire almost like a banned automatic weapon. The modification is completely legal, and now lawmakers are looking into banning or at least regulating it.
I didn't know what a bump stock was, until this week. So I think a lot of us are coming up to speed, and I'm an avid sportsman. So a lot of us are coming up to speed just what this is. But having said that, fully automatic weapons have been outlawed for many, many years. This seems to be a way of going around that. So obviously we need to look at how we can tighten up the compliance.
Well, the NRA released a statement saying they actually support additional bump stock regulations. This was big news today, but some are worried a ban would just open the gate to more gun control. Tonight, President Trump said, quote, "We'll be looking into that over the next short period of time."
As always, you can count on 3TV News to bring you the latest developments in this very tragic story. We're going to have a full list of all the people who lost their lives in the Vegas massacre and ways you can help their families. It's on our website, azfamily.com.
She tells him to step the F back or she's going to shoot him.
Well, that man tonight mourning the loss of his wife. She was reportedly killed when a teenager broke into her home northeast of the valley.
All right, and now imagine, right, the horror of this. He was on the phone with her when she was murdered. 3TV's Lindsay Reiser joining us from the newsroom tonight. And Lindsay, deputies saying tonight that this burglar just 14 years old.
That's right. The suspect in this case, Joshua Cade Richardson, a 7th grader who was homeschooled. Tonight, he's in jail, charged with murdering a mother of 6. We spoke with Ernest Collins today, and he says his wife, Terry Lynn, was killed Tuesday morning at a trailer on their property about 30 miles northeast of Show Low. Ernest says he woke up to a frantic call from his wife telling an intruder to get back. He heard almost the entire thing on that phone call.
And I could hear my wife lecturing this kid. And she was saying, "You're just a kid, you're a stupid kid, you're going to ruin your life, you don't need to do this." My wife is telling him to step back. He's not stepping back. And then I hear a struggle, and I hear my wife yell, "Girls, run." I had called my neighbor Barbara back. She said, "Ernie, are you alone? Are you with someone?" And I said, "No, Barbara. No. She didn't make it right."
We don't know yet how Terry Lynn was killed or what exactly happened in that encounter, but we do know DPS detectives found Richardson last night in Pine Top Lakeside. He was hungry and thirsty, but was arrested without any problems, and now he's charged with first-degree murder and burglary. Heather?
Lindsay, so sad. Thank you very much. You would never give your children cocaine or heroin, but you could be letting them play with something that could be just as addictive. Coming up at 9:43, a 3TV original report on our kids' obsession with tablets.
I'm Mark McClune in Hollywood, where there's always drama, and the Diamondbacks touching down today knee-deep in it with a national story accusing the Diamondbacks of cheating. Their reaction as they get set for Game 1 of their division series with the Dodgers. Live from Los Angeles after the break.
They are going to be thrilled when they see what we have in store for them. That's amazing.
The Arizona's Family Surprise Squad is powered by Valley Toyota dealers and only on 3TV.
This weekend, the largest swim spa and hot tub sale of the year. The original Arizona Spa Show. Save thousands on swim spas and hot tubs. Easy financing. The original Arizona Spa Show. Sale location 44th Street and McDowell Road.
We just moved in about 4 months ago, but the living room's pretty blank.
It was really nice when clients come in and have done some of their own research.
Working with the basket designer was really easy.
Just kind of ties in very well.
We love it.
This weekend only, half-off dining tables at Bassett.
Mark, people are always asking, how did we meet?
I only had 2 goals. 1, be a lawyer when I got out of law school. And 2, be single. It was a great plan. And then I met Alexis. And that was the start of the husband and wife law team right there.
The new Sears outlets have one of the largest selections of home appliances on display in Arizona, period. And you'll find all the top brands at up to 70% off. Appliances, tools, bedding, furniture, and more. Sears outlets have it all. As is, out of the box, scratch and dent, and one of a kind means huge savings for you. Buy it or lease it with no credit required. With 4 locations in Phoenix, Gilbert, Glendale, and Arizona Mills, nothing compares to the selection and savings at the new Sears outlets.
Good morning, Arizona. We begin with some breaking news.
We have live team coverage with crews all across the valley this morning.
Nominate your child's classroom champion.
Their teacher for a Silver Apple Award. Now through March 1st, submit your child's essay about why their teacher stands out.
Go to azfamily.com/silverapple for more information.
Sponsored by your local Arizona dairy farmers and only on 3TV.
This weekend, the largest hot tub sale of the year. The original Arizona Spa Show. Save thousands on hot tubs and swim spas. New, used, demos, easy financing. The original Arizona Spa Show. Sale location 44th Street and McDowell Road.
Register now for Arizona's original road race, the 42nd annual Phoenix 10K and Half Marathon, Sunday, November 5th, through the heart of the city.
42 years and it's still running. I'm Dr. Art Mullen. Register at phoenix10k.com. We'll see you there.
No doubt still glowing a little bit from last night's wild card win. The D-backs landing in Los Angeles today.
We're all kind of glowing from that.
Yeah.
The fans still motivated by the win. Their division series against the Dodgers gets underway tomorrow night. Mark McClune, he is our Hollywood man tonight. He's been traveling with the team. He arrived in Los Angeles early this morning. My first question to you, my friend, did you ever find the Hollywood sign?
Oh.
We did. We got all the way up there, and then we realized it's not lit up at night, so that was going to be where we actually get our live shot from for the late shows. But we chose beautiful Tinseltown behind us, for sure. We're actually just outside Dodger Stadium, side of Game 1 of the NLDS. Set to start tomorrow night at 7:30 between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Los Angeles Dodgers, 2 division rivals going at it in the postseason. It should be fun. These 2 teams know each other very well, and the Diamondbacks very confident. They've won 11 games. The Dodgers have just won 8. But some controversy to start today. Ariel Prieto, Diamondbacks coach, spotted on the bench wearing an Apple Watch, and that's a no-no in Major League Baseball after the Boston Red Sox reprimanded for allegedly stealing signs. So that was the very first thing Torey Lovullo had to comment on when he got over here. Were the Diamondbacks cheating last night against the Rockies?
What I can say is it was just an honest mistake. We asked and found out and talked to Ariel, and that's what he told us. And in no way did it impact the game, and in no way is it going to impact the game tomorrow. It's just not something that we do or believe in.
All right, Torey Lovullo trying to set the record straight. Sign stealing has long been part of the game of baseball in the history, but the Diamondbacks say just a mistake. So here was the scene about 4:45 local time. The Diamondbacks touching down, getting out on the field, and getting a workout in after the champagne celebration last night. No doubt a long night and a fun night, but trying to get a sweat and get ready for the Dodgers tomorrow. Taijuan Walker's going to make the start, his first postseason start after the Diamondbacks burned through Robbie Ray and Zach Greinke last night. Walker's from Southern California and says this will be kind of like his big league debut, his first postseason start.
They know what I got, and I kind of know what they got, and I kind of know their weaknesses. So I think if I just follow my game plan, I think it should be good.
All right, Walker 2-0 against the Dodgers this season. 7:30 Friday night, 6 o'clock Saturday night, and to be determined back home on Monday night in this series. It's a fun time right now. The Diamondbacks, a confident group. Live in Los Angeles, Mark McClune for AZ Family.
You might recognize that guy who played the national anthem before last night's game. That's Phoenix musician Jesse McGuire. You've seen him at Cards games at Pat's Run. But over the years, the very talented McGuire has become the Diamondbacks' good luck charm. The team won several games during their 2001 playoff run, including Game 7 of the World Series. And he is hoping that last night's wildcard win is the start of something great again.
You know, what would really be fun to see is to see lightning strike twice. Wouldn't that be something, not just for, you know, the city of Phoenix or the Diamondbacks, or even for me for that matter, but for the country, to get our minds off all of this negative stuff that's going on.
Suffice it to say, McGuire is hoping to perform again during the next round of the playoffs against the Dodgers.
All right, listen, if you make a bet with somebody and you lose, you better come through on that bet.
Uh-oh.
All right? Especially if you make that bet publicly on Twitter for the entire world to see, Twitter world to see. A D-backs fan made a public bet last night. He's now regretting it. Let's take a look at this tweet. His name is Jeff Buss. He says, if Archie Bradley plates a run, I'm getting his face tattooed on my back tomorrow. Bradley got 2 last night. He should get 2 faces tattooed. And that tweet's now gone viral. Other fans are asking Buss to make good on his promise. Even Bradley responded, saying, you better do it. Well, we talked to Buss today. He says he's considering getting the tattoo, but might donate money to charity of Bradley's choice instead.
I think I've ruled it out. I don't think I'll go through with it.
Nope. You made that bet, Buss. You made a bet like that during the World Series, you get that beard tattooed all over your body. Buss says that he never thought his tweet would get so much attention.
Want to make
Could be a smaller one, right? Could be a smaller.
I was thinking how he could do it.
Do a smaller
still follow through. Right, right. Teeny.
Or maybe it's just his number or something.
Something.
Yeah. Come on, dude.
Come on, dude.
Come on, man.
It's a week. And you can donate to charity as well.
Yeah, and
you
look
can do both.
Look at it this way. After you do it, more TV time.
Because you're famous now.
All right, tomorrow morning we've got some clear skies for us. Temperatures are going to be pretty mild out there in the low 70s. We'll warm up to about 78 by 9 a.m. and just some light winds during the early morning hours. That's for sure. We got to 98 today. 75 was the morning low. The average high 93 degrees, and the record for today's date 104. That goes back to 1987. 89 right now, winds out of the west at 6. The dew point's at 35, and the barometric pressure is steady. So around the city, these are how temperatures are shaping up this hour. 83 at Litchfield Park, couple of 82s at Glendale and Avondale. Scottsdale at 84, Cave Creek 75, and Carefree is at 76 degrees this hour. In northern Arizona, the south rim of the Grand Canyon is at 42, 66 at Winslow, 63 at Show Low, and 59 is the current reading for Prescott. All right, here's our satellite and radar, and we did have a little bit of thunder shower activity in extreme southeast Arizona today. We don't think we're going to see any of that the next 48 hours or so. We're going to see nothing but a lot of sunshine and temperatures running about 5 to 7 degrees above average statewide. Tomorrow, 95 at Safford, 90 at Benson. Nogales will see a high of about 93 degrees. It'll be 76 at Show Low, 81 at Holbrook, 75 degrees at Heber Overguard. Flagstaff just shy of 70, 90 for Cottonwood, 68 at the Canyon, and 76 degrees at Ash Fork. Along the Colorado River will be in the 90s, 94 at Wickenburg, 80 for Prescott, and 82 degrees at Kingman. Checking out some temps around the country. Denver 55, it's 74 at Las Vegas right now. Atlanta 70, and over at Los Angeles, it's 67 degrees. So we get another quiet night with a midtown low of 70. We'll be in the 60s in some of the cooler valley locations. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of about 97. The weekend, we're going to stay in the upper 90s, lots of sunshine. And then early next week, we start to cool things down. By Tuesday, we'll see highs in the 80s.
I'm a really big proponent of saying that you get what you give in this world. Just be a decent human being.
All right, this is pretty cool here. Passing out hundreds of dollars to total strangers. Why, that guy is on a mission to give away 50,000 big ones.
Get 3TV News anywhere with the all-new AZ Family News app.
It's the Ross Fall Dress Event, where you'll find the perfect dress at the perfect price. If you want the latest styles for a fraction of what you'd pay at department stores, you've got to get to the Ross Fall Dress Event. On now.
You gotta go to Ross.
It's our favorite event of the year. All our customers' favorite products now on sale at Conn's Home Plus. Like this Sofa Love seat set for just $56 a month. Or our top-selling side-by-side refrigerator for just $34 a month. And thanks to Yes Money Financing, we say yes even when other stores say no. Just apply at Cons.com on your mobile device and you could be approved for $5,000 instantly. Then come save on your favorites today.
It's not what we ride that defines us. It's what happens along the way. We may not know where the ride will take us, but one thing's for sure. With the Law Tigers, you never ride alone. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, Arizona's motorcycle lawyers.
On a normal day, these seats are filled with thousands of screaming fans. But this December, at the AutoNation Cure Bowl, these seats can do a whole lot more. Tickets purchased will help fight breast cancer by funding the Breast Cancer Research Foundation to prevent, treat, and hopefully cure breast cancer. Get your tickets to the AutoNation Cure Bowl at curebowl.com. Can't make the game? Make a donation at any AutoNation store and get a pink plate. AutoNation cares. And together we can tackle breast cancer.
Tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
They are going to be thrilled when they see what we have in store for them. That's amazing.
The Arizona's Family Surprise Squad is powered by Valley Toyota dealers and only on 3TV.
The right pair of shoes or boots can really make an outfit. At Ross, you'll find the perfect pair at the perfect price. So if you're looking for the newest trends, the latest styles at big savings,
You gotta go to Ross.
All right, a story that is trending tonight. A man passing out $100 bills to total strangers.
I like this guy already. All he is asking for in return is that they simply pay it forward. Here's Nicole Kreitz.
Jeff Well pounds the pavement in Troy, New York, spreading a little kindness.
This is a Capital Region project. It's meant to infuse Capital Region happiness all over.
That idea, happiness, grew from his sadness with the world.
There's just a lot of chaos. It's on everybody's TV screens every day. And I just got frustrated with it.
To clear his mind, he's putting his money where his mouth is.
And watch, we're going to do it right now. I'm going to give you $100.
That's a complete stranger he just met.
I'm going to give you $100. My name's Jeff.
I'm Jim.
Jim, how are you?
And the best part? There's only one catch.
And the only thing I want in return for that $100 is to you just be kind to people today.
He's taking his Do the Next Good Thing project all over.
I'm going to give you $100.
Wow.
For no other reason than just to give it to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 100% serious.
Wow.
He plans to hand out $50,000 over the next year.
The goal of this project isn't to just disseminate $50,000 and say, hey, we're good people. The goal is to kind of shift people's perspectives about kindness.
His campaign's very public, his motivation deeply personal.
She was 13 months younger than me. We grew closer as we got older.
His sister Lori was very sick for months. She died last year, only 35 years old. Jeff says he's inspired by one thing from her bucket list: be a good friend and smile every day.
When you end up being affected by tragedy and feel it firsthand, it kicks you into another gear. I'm a really big proponent of saying that you get what you give in this world. Just be a decent human being.
He's already met people who are giving back, donating to families in Puerto Rico and playing music for senior citizens.
Have a great day, man.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yep, have a great day.
Proving there's more than one way to spread kindness. Nicole Kreitz, 3TV.
He kept putting it out with the hose and it just kept catching on fire.
This is almost unbelievable. A toy truck bursts into flames. One family's warning, so it doesn't happen to you.
Get ready, Friday's coming. And you know what that means.
Field Trip Friday!
It's time for fall fun in Queen Creek. Come along to Schneff Farms Pumpkin Chili Party.
And we'll check out their newest attraction, awesome Airstream Trailer. And I tackle the Shane Doan Corn Maze.
Plus, we'll see what's new at the Olive Mill. Join us for Field Trip Friday, sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Friday on Good Morning Arizona, only on 3TV.
This weekend, the largest swim spa hot tub sale of the year. The original Arizona Spa Show. Save thousands on swim spas and hot tubs. Easy financing. The original Arizona Spa Show. Sale location 44th Street and McDowell Road.
Room for 8, and it's loaded with the latest tech. What are you doing, Pat?
Hey guys, taking a little lunch break. Went with Diet Blue because I'm watching the weight a little bit. You know what? Plenty of room. Come on in.
Let me show you something in red.
Make time for Toyota Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I'm Ron Hess from the new East Phoenix Window Depot at 44th Street and McDowell. If you're looking for new windows and doors, the Window Depot is your one-stop Phoenix warehouse. At the Window Depot, we have Phoenix area's largest selection of in-stock vinyl windows and interior and exterior doors at the Valley's best prices. The Window Depot is now your choice for kitchen cabinets and granite countertops. Come in today. Our prices can't be beat. The Window Depot. Windows, doors, and now cabinets.
We are the TV doctors of America, and we may not know much about medicine,
but we know a lot about drama.
From scandalous romance
to ridiculous plot twists.
Son? Dad? We also know you can avoid drama by getting an annual checkup.
So we're partnering with Cigna to remind you to go see a real doctor.
Go, know, and take control of your health. It could save your life.
Doctor poses.
Dad.
Cigna, together, all the way.
The new Sears outlets have one of the largest selections of home appliances on display in Arizona, period. And you'll find all the top brands at up to 70% off. Appliances, tools, bedding, furniture, and more. Sears outlets have it all. As is, out of the box, scratch and dent, and one of a kind means huge savings for you. Buy it or lease it with no credit required. With 4 locations in Phoenix, Gilbert, Glendale, and Arizona Mills, nothing compares to the selection and savings at the new Sears outlets.
I run to stay in shape.
I run to de-stress.
And I run to strengthen my body and mind.
Register now for Arizona's original road race, the 42nd annual Phoenix 10K and Half Marathon, Sunday, November 5th through the heart of the city. There's also a 5K race and the Mullen Mile for the kids. All proceeds benefit the Mullen Foundation to fight childhood obesity.
42 years and it's still running. I'm Dr. Art Mullen. Register at phoenix10k.com. We'll see you there.
This weekend, the largest hot tub sale of the year. The original Arizona Spa Show. Save thousands on hot tubs and swim spas. New, used, demos, easy financing. The original Arizona Spa Show. Sale location 44th Street and McDowell Road.
This was a scenario that I would have never expected.
That DPS sergeant not expecting that mass shooting in Vegas, but he was prepared.
Yeah, that training kicked in on Sunday night in Las Vegas. Ryan Harer had a chance to speak with him today, Ryan.
Yeah, guys, his name is Sergeant Alan Haywood. He's a 17-year veteran with the Department of Public Safety. He was in full uniform in his patrol vehicle on his way to a conference in Las Vegas on Sunday night. That is until he hit a wall of traffic near Sin City.
A lot of people were getting out of their vehicles to see what was going on.
Haywood got a notification about the active shooter. Then a pickup truck full of people pulled up in the emergency lane.
I could see that there was legs sticking out where the tailgate was.
And that is when his nonstop night began.
The nurse off duty, she was covered in blood. So I then determined that we had some victims.
A woman laying down in the truck had already died with her husband by her side. Haywood escorted them and the other victims to the hospital.
Went into the emergency room and it was quite a scene of chaos.
More than 100 injured people were sprawled out anywhere there was room. Haywood got everyone inside, including the woman who died and her husband.
He was calling his family back east where they live to notify his daughters and family.
He'd eventually make his way to another hospital to check on 2 other DPS employees who were injured. It'll unfortunately be a day he'll think about for a very long time.
I was prepared for it, but it does affect you.
And one question, he fears, will provide the same answer that it often does.
Working in this field for many years, you see many things that you would say, why? And I can only guess because I can't be in the mind of the shooter.
Sergeant Haywood actually teaches active shooter training for the department. He was very complimentary of how police in Las Vegas responded that night. Those 2 other DPS employees who were injured at the concert are back home recovering tonight. One trooper had to have surgery on his hand after being hit by shrapnel on Sunday. I'm Ryan Harrer for Arizona's Family.
All right, Ryan, thank you. And from the D-backs to the LA Kings, we've seen a lot of teams honoring the victims of the shooting. And this weekend, UNLV's football team is paying tribute with their uniforms. They're going to be wearing these special black helmets with a red ribbon that says Las Vegas on it all season long.
Well, there are several crowdfunding pages to help the victims of that mass murder in Vegas and their families. We have all of that information for you on our website at azfamily.com, and you can count on us for all of the latest developments, all the coverage on this tragic story.
Phoenix police bust a student at South Point High School today after finding a stolen handgun in his backpack. And according to the school, police showed up to question 2 kids about a robbery last night. When they confronted one of them, they found that handgun in his backpack. Officers detained the kid. The other student was not at school today.
An update for you now about a wrong-way crash in Tempe this morning. A 23-year-old woman was booked into jail on assault and DUI charges. Police say she was headed north in the southbound lanes along Miller near the 202 when she hit a motorcycle. The 22-year-old man on the bike was sent to the hospital with serious injuries. We are told he will survive. Police have not released any names.
And right now at 9 o'clock, allegations of sex abuse are rocking a Chandler church. Police say this guy right here, James Rhodes, is accused of molesting 2 kids. Detectives say he met his victims while volunteering at the Arizona Avenue Baptist Church in Chandler.
This church, it's a little bit unique where it's not a very large congregation, so there are opportunities for Bible study groups outside of the church as well as inside of the church. It appears from the information in the probable cause statement that Rhodes used these opportunities to go to other people's homes to commit his offenses.
This guy Rhodes faces 7 counts of child molestation.
Well, today it's a deadline day for some dreamers who are looking to stay here in the U.S. Under President Obama, the DACA program protected undocumented immigrants brought here by their parents as children. Well, today's deadline applied to anybody whose DACA status expires in March. President Trump said he was getting rid of the program last month. It's going to be phased out over the next 5 months. There are 150,000 people across this country who qualify, but so far only 900 have been granted renewal.
Well, today Arizona Senator Jeff Flake unveiling a possible solution for those DACA recipients. He also laid out a plan for border security. It's all wrapped up into one bill. It would set aside $1.6 billion for border security measures. It would also give DACA recipients a path to permanent residency.
These issues are far too important for us to delay acting on them. To be clear, I'll work with anyone and support any number of proposals that accomplish these goals. But I believe that the straightforward approach of the Border Security and Deferred Action Recipient Relief Act that I'm introducing today is the best chance that we've got to put this bill on the President's desk.
Those who've been in the U.S. illegally since 2012 would be given conditional resident status for 10 years, at which point then they would be eligible to apply for a green card. Next year's election is starting to look more like a game of political musical chairs here in Arizona.
Or like dominoes here. Phoenix Mayor Greg Stanton announcing he's running for Congress, and City Councilman Daniel Valenzuela already eyeing Stanton's seat.
There are many miles between Phoenix and Washington, D.C., but what separates us most is how we work to solve problems.
Well, Stanton has his eye on Kyrsten Sinema's congressional seat. That means he's going to have to step down from his post as mayor of Phoenix by next May. Sinema is a Democrat who just announced she's going to run for the Senate against Jeff Flake.
I apologize for that audio. We had that same problem earlier tonight. And Phoenix City Councilman Daniel Valenzuela is looking to take over for Stanton as mayor. He was elected to the council about 6 years ago. He's been a firefighter in Glendale for the past 15 years.
This could be good or bad for Stanton's campaign here. We went to his website at gregstanton.com, and this is what we found. It's actually a website about President Trump and Vice President Pence, sure to confuse a lot of voters.
I'm confused. New Jersey has now joined 2 other states suing an Arizona drug maker. Chandler-based Insys Therapeutics makes a very powerful opioid fentanyl spray. This lawsuit alleges the company misled healthcare providers into thinking that Sibsys was appropriate for mild pain. It was only ever approved for cancer patients. Arizona and Illinois are the 2 other states suing this company.
Right now, Gilbert police are asking for your help. They want to identify the 2 suspects in this video. They say they tried to get into Emerald Palace Dispensary near Elliott and McQueen Road. They tried to force open that door, but they couldn't, so they took off. Well, police say they left in a Dodge Charger, and if you know anything about this case, you were asked to call Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS. Here in Arizona, as you know, only medical marijuana is legal, but in California, the recreational pot business becomes legit in January.
That means there is a new booming crop of cannabis careers. All right, the state says the need is so urgent right now. They posted a meme of Jim Carrey typing furiously on their website, indicating how fast you should apply. Hundreds of new positions are open, some highly specialized.
It's like Fish and Wildlife is a prime example. They deal with so much with illegal grows, like with cracking down on illegal grows.
Also wanted research scientists who specialize in biology and plants.
This thing is on fire. Could have been with my kid on it. Holy cow.
Wow. If you have children, you might have one of these around the house. A Florida mom is warning parents tonight after her son's Tonka truck there burst into flames.
We just want to let all the parents know to beware, and if it's in your garage especially, because we were lucky enough that our son was not on it or it was not in the garage.
Sheena Haney says the flames suddenly broke out when her husband tried to move the truck. She says once it started, putting it out was tough. The wheels wouldn't stop turning. The fire got bigger. Well, we did some digging and found that back in November of last year, another ride-on truck burst into flames in the back of somebody's car. The maker of the toy, Dynacraft, says they're looking into what caused this latest fire.
Also right now, kennel after kennel is doubled, in some cases tripled up at Maricopa County Animal Care and Control. This month, help save the life of a shelter pet and bring a new best friend into your home. The latest adoption special, it's Halloween themed. So black, white, and brown or orange. I didn't know dogs were orange.
That dog kind of looked orange.
I guess it.
It's like a tabby cat.
Orange tint to it, yeah. I've seen orange cats.
Yeah.
Just not orange dogs. Guess what? They could be adopted for just $17. This Monday, all adult dogs 7 months and older are free, license included.
That's a good deal.
It's a great deal.
All right, kids glued to their tablets. Parents, you know what I'm talking about. They can be a great distraction so mom and dad can get stuff done. However, all of that technology could be changing your child's brain. We're going to show you the science on the other side of this break.
No triple digits through the weekend and much cooler temperatures next week. We'll update the forecast.
World Sports is coming up. We talked D-backs earlier. How about the American League playoff series that got underway today? We'll take a look. And also drop the puck on another Coyote season opening night in Anaheim as the Yotes debut a new look, retooled roster. Their story coming up as well.
Good morning, Arizona. We've got a lot of news to get to this morning.
I just sold my home, and it only took me a day to get a great offer. I used OfferPad. It's the new way homes are sold.
OfferPad. Request your free purchase offer today.
The all-new azfamily.com, now powered by 3TV and CBS 5.
Room for 8, and it's loaded with the latest tech. What are you doing, Pat?
Hey, guys. Taking a little lunch break. Went with Diet Blue, because, yeah, I'm watching the weight a little bit. You know what? Plenty of room. Come on in.
Let me show you something in red.
Make time for Toyota Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
If you have Medicare, I have 3 things you'll want to hear. There's an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana. It includes Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage, and it may save you money in so many ways. It's all in this book, and it's yours free just for calling. You'll see all the ways the plan might save you money, even on prescription drugs. In fact, last year, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $6,500 on average on their prescription costs. And you get all this coverage with an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. Even if you've looked at Humana before, you need to take another look at this plan. We'll send you the decision guide absolutely free, in a slightly smaller size, of course. Discover the all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan that could cut your costs and cover your prescriptions. Call 1-800-833-2309 or go to humanabigbook.com. The savings are too big to miss.
azfamily.com, now powered by 3TV and CBS 5. Your one-stop digital destination for all things Arizona. The all-new azfamily.com, now powered by 3TV and CBS 5.
The Boys Town National Hotline, keeping your family safe, strong, and together. Call 800-448-3000 or visit boystown.org/parenting. Our trained counselors are available to listen and provide advice to parents with children of all ages.
3 on Your Side with Gary Harper. Weeknights on 3TV.
You know, a lot of parents today, they rely on the iPads or the tablets to entertain their kids, and now kids are becoming dependent on them.
All right, I'm with you. I'm one of those parents. We grew up in a totally different world, but now research is starting to come in, and you might be surprised to know what effect all of that screen time has on your little ones.
Rain.
Am I using it too much?
Hi there. It's ABC time.
If you've got little kids, 4, 5, 6-year-olds that are attached to tablets, that system in their brain that's getting rewarded over and over again can definitely lead to later life addiction. That scares me.
Like a lot of families, Rachel Auer says her little ones use their tablets every day.
It's a pretty big part of their lives.
The Mason mom says her 3- and 4-year-olds log on.
Most of the time I use it if mommy needs a break.
So she can tackle the household chores.
When I first started using electronics, I thought it was absolutely awesome because I got a lot done. But then what I started to find is my little guy especially, he would cry a lot if he had it taken away or if he wasn't able to use it when we're used to using it.
That's a red flag, according to clinical psychologist and tech wellness expert, Dr. Lisa Stroman.
But the minute that you have a child that's starting to tantrum or starting to demand it, I think that that's a warning sign for the parent that there's a dependence that's starting to develop.
She says the feelings kids get from gaming platforms, being rewarded with tokens or making it to the next level, is similar to how a drug addict feels after a fix. Those pops of yellow in these scans show the rush of dopamine.
It basically is a burst, if you can imagine, of an excitatory neuron in the brain. And that burst makes us have an emotional reaction which feels like excitement.
Why is this bad?
Well, if you imagine, like if you wouldn't give your kid cocaine as a child, or you wouldn't give them a cigarette because you know it's an addictive substance, it's creating that loop for later in life. Why are we giving them these platforms that are causing that same sort of addictive potential in them in what we
kind of term as kind of an acceptable addiction these days.
Dr. Stroman points to the science that shows a direct correlation between the amount of time kids spend online and changes in their developing brains.
What we're finding, the microstructure abnormalities, is that we're losing gray matter and white matter in kids that have internet addiction. And so that's been very clear in the studies.
Of course, I wouldn't want that for my child.
Along with structural changes in the brain come changes in behavior.
Me, when I was growing up, we spent a lot of time outside, and I think kids nowadays would actually like to work on their iPads or play on their iPads more than just go and jump on outside on the trampoline, because it seems to be more entertaining.
As a psychologist, like, our kids aren't learning how to be social anymore. You'll see that they're not making eye contact. They don't know how to maintain conversation. A lot of that has to do with anxiety, social phobias.
When kids are constantly connected to the colorful and musical virtual world, interacting in the real world can seem a little depressing.
Their reality now is not exciting. The reality is dull, and so we have a lot of kids complaining about boredom and not feeling like there's kind of any purpose in life anymore.
Rachel is aware of some of the pitfalls. She carefully supervises what they're watching, recently deleting YouTube Kids, and she tries to limit how much her little ones are plugged in.
Probably limiting it to about a half an hour, maybe every 3 hours.
She knows technology, though, is the wave of the future, and she sees the benefits in her little boy firsthand.
And I do feel like, since using the learning games, the color games, the number games, the alphabet, that he has learned how to speak and how to do his shapes and some different things.
The average age of children in the U.S. with their own devices is now 6. Dr. Stroman suggests each family set healthy guidelines for their kids, and even if it's a little more inconvenient, try to stick to it.
A lot of it comes down to balance. If you start to see changes, they say just dial it back. And if you want to know how much your child should be plugged in, Dr. Stroman, she shared some recommendations, and I'll bring you that part of the story coming up on the news at 10.
Yeah, some great advice. I can see a lot of parents just saying, hey, I got some stuff to do. Boom. Play with the iPad for a while.
And then you realize that a couple of hours have passed.
Yeah.
And you're like, we all want to do the right thing for our kids. So this is just a little more information. Absolutely.
Kind of used to be the TVs, right?
It was. It was the boob tube.
Yes. Go watch
Mom
TV.
and Dad was like, you can watch it for 30 minutes and you're out here.
Exactly. So
5 hours later.
All right, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, that tropical storm Nate that is down over Nicaragua. Very ill-defined right now, but we do have winds in excess of 40 miles an hour. And according to authorities in Nicaragua, there have been 20 people killed because of flooding associated with Nate. So it certainly is producing a lot of rain in a very short period of time. Now, here's the forecast according to the National Hurricane Center for Nate over the next several days. Moving into the central portions of the Gulf of Mexico as a tropical storm, but you saw as it came on shore somewhere around New Orleans, it was a Category 1 hurricane, and that's not very good news at all, and then moves off very briskly to the northeast with a fair amount of rain. So something we're going to have to keep a close eye on. If we do get landfall around Louisiana or Mississippi, it'll probably be sometime Sunday morning, Arizona time. So let's take a look outside. We've got fair skies tonight, 89 degrees, winds out of the west. The humidity is at 15%. Bike riding weather tomorrow, we're going to be right around 70 degrees at 6 a.m. and 7 a.m., creeping up to 73 by 8 a.m. with lots of sunshine around the valley. 66 for Winslow right now, 61 at Show Low, 59 degrees at Prescott. And a wide shot of the western half of the country. We're still very, very quiet. We are waiting for our trough of low pressure slowly but surely to exit. We get a few days of very warm weather, and then next week another trough of low pressure is going to drop in, and with that we'll see temperatures cool down even more. Probably get a day or two with highs that stay in the 80s. But once again, this will be a dry, cold front for us, and we won't get any precipitation. 62 tomorrow at Queen Creek, 66 at Fountain Hills. Moon Valley tomorrow is going to be at about 68, and Cave Creek should have a low of 66 degrees. Here in the Valley Midtown, we're forecasting 70 with clear skies. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of about 97 degrees, stay in the upper 90s to finish out the weekend, and then it gets cooler fast. By Tuesday, we're a high of 89.
All right, Royal, you know, for years, the Coyotes have been touting their long but to date unproven list of prospects. Perhaps tonight here on opening night, we are starting to see a glimpse, on offense anyway. Season opener in Anaheim, no Ranta in goal, injured. His debut will have to wait. Domingue gets the start. His teammates in front of him delivered a first period. The great feed from Alex Goligoski to Anthony Declare. Declare scores 1-0 Coyotes. Later in the first, that's Clayton Keller. First NHL goal for him. 2-0 Coyotes on top. After the Ducks tallied, here comes the mighty Max on the power play. Max Domi drills it. Coyotes up 4-1, but they just blew that lead. The Ducks with 2 in the third. Ricard Raquel with what apparently will be the game winner. Not quite a final score yet, but the Ducks late in the game are up 5-4. D-backs Dodgers game 1 tomorrow night. American League underway playoffs. Red Sox Astros today. MVP candidate Jose Altuve had himself a day. He goes yard 3 times. 3 homers in a postseason game in the American League. That's Babe Ruth, Reggie Jackson company. Astros beat up the Sox and Chris Sale. 8-2 the final. They're up in that series, of course, 1-0. Quickly, late game, Indians-Yankees. Indians get a good start from former D-back Trevor Bauer, who took a no-hitter into the 6th. They get a home run right there from Jay Bruce, and they win game 1. They blank the Yankees 4-0 in the final. So D-backs and Dodgers, Cubs Nats tomorrow. More from Mark McClune in L.A. coming up tonight on 3 TV News at 10 o'clock. For now, Heather.
Tim Rain, thank you very much. Good to see you. The Coyotes, they want more kids to get involved, so they are investing more than $2 million in youth hockey in our state. A team is starting 4 new programs to introduce the sport to boys and girls. They believe hockey participation in Arizona will increase to more than 10,000 players in the next 3 years. Want to grow them at home.
A Valley reality TV star says she lost $175,000 to an unlicensed contractor. 3 on Your Side's Gary Harper was able to track him down once, and now you won't believe what he just found the guy doing.
Brought to you by The Joint Chiropractic.
This weekend, the largest swim spa and hot tub sale of the year. The original Arizona Spa Show. Save thousands on swim spas and hot tubs. Easy financing. The original Arizona Spa Show. Sale location 44th Street and McDowell Road.
azfamily.com, now powered by 3TV and CBS 5. Your one-stop digital destination for all things Arizona. The all-new azfamily.com, now powered by 3TV and CBS 5.
It's our favorite event of the year. All our customers' favorite products now on sale at Conn's Home Plus. Like this Sofa Love seat set for just $56 a month. Or our top-selling side-by-side refrigerator for just $34 a month. And thanks to Yes Money Financing, we say yes even when other stores say no. Just apply at Cons.com on your mobile device and you could be approved for $5,000 instantly. Then come save on your favorites today.
Look, isn't that Frank Thomas?
Oh, the big hurt.
More like the big hunk.
Yeah.
Wow, Frank Thomas.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. You look like you could still be playing. That's what I said.
Well, I am feeling stronger and leaner.
So, Frank, what's your secret?
I discovered Nugenics.
I wish my husband did.
It's easy. Just send a text.
If you're a guy over 40, text 42424 and enter the word SMASH to get a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenics, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenics is a unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help boost your free testosterone levels, to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more energy and drive, more passion too.
Here, try a bottle. And trust me, she'll like it too.
Text 42424 and enter SMASH to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenics. Samples are not available in stores, so text 42424 and enter SMASH.
Get a daily dose of the doctors online. Go to azfamily.com and click on the doctors button to watch today's daily feature. Brought to you by the Arizona Vein and Vascular Center.
The Phoenix Traffic app, the traffic busting power of 2.
Download the free Phoenix Traffic app now and keep your commute one step ahead of traffic. Only Free TV and CBS 5.
This weekend, the largest hot tub sale of the year. The original Arizona Spa Show. Save thousands on hot tubs and swim spas. New, used, demos, easy financing. The original Arizona Spa Show. Sale location 44th Street and McDowell Road.
Tonight we have an update on a Scottsdale homeowner who says she was duped out of a lot of money here, $175,000.
And she says she gave that money to an unlicensed contractor who is now working under another name. Here's 3 on Your Side's Gary Harper with the story.
Yeah, you might remember that the story initially centered around a Valley reality TV star from Dance Moms. She claims that she was ripped off by an unlicensed contractor. Well, as you're about to see, the drama continues.
Did everything turn out the way you wanted it?
The cabinets are far from what I ever expected, but we are making it work.
Exposed wiring and allegations of shoddy work is what Kira Girard is having to live with after recently moving into her newly remodeled Scottsdale home. It's certainly not what she expected after paying $175,000 to this guy, Tom Greenwald, who falsely claimed to be a licensed contractor. Not only that, but he even advertised that he has an elite standing with the Better Business Bureau and had earned contracting awards. But none of this was true. And Kira says to this day she can't believe she fell for it.
You screwed up my house. We had to put another $100,000 into this house.
Because of him?
Because of Tom. And it's still nowhere near what we thought we were getting or what we expect.
In our first 3 on Your Side report, Greenwald actually showed up unannounced at our TV studio to answer questions about Kira's remodeling debacle, about allegations he grossly inflated invoices, and about being unlicensed as required by state law. Are you licensed and bonded? You say yes, and you give the license number right there. You cannot do that.
I see how that looks.
Well, here's the latest on Tom Greenwald. The Phoenix Police Department tells 3 on Your Side that they have finished their investigation and have handed it over to prosecutors. In the meantime, Greenwald isn't sitting idle. He started a new company under a fresh new name.
It's not Renovation Services anymore. It's not Thomas Greenwald. It's now Thomas Russell with his same profile picture.
Yep, Tom Greenwald changed the company name on his website to Thomas Russell, LLC, saying he provides handyman services.
Well, when I first saw it, I'm like, there's no way, there's no way.
Tom Greenwald wouldn't talk to 3 on Your Side on camera. However, we couldn't help but notice his new company was making those same bogus claims of having awards. After we brought it to his attention, those claims were removed, along with his picture. He also added that he is not a licensed contractor, as required when a company is not properly credentialed by the state.
So I know we have a long, long, long road ahead of us.
As for Kira, she says she hopes prosecutors will do something.
Do you think he'll be held accountable for what you say he did?
I do have a very strong feeling that he will be held accountable.
Again, 3 on Your Side is told that this case is now in the hands of prosecutors. When some kind of a decision is made, I'll air an update. I'm Gary Harper, 3 on Your Side.
Don't do that. No, I'm not resisting. You are resisting. I am. You are resisting. And you put hands on me and you me. I did not assault you.
All right, right now that videotaped encounter has a DPS trooper facing some serious charges.
Yeah, 3TV has now learned he's accused of assault and resisting arrest while off duty. Derek Stahl explains what led up to it.
According to Chandler police reports, this all started when the trooper's ex-wife called 911. She told dispatchers that her ex-husband was drunk, had been verbally abusive, and had taken her cell phone. Now, this all happened April 25th around 9:30 p.m.
Hello.
A couple minutes after a Chandler police officer made contact with the ex-wife, off-duty DPS trooper John Buganig walks into the frame. You can see he tosses his ex-wife's phone through her open car window.
Hey, no, we're not going to do that. What? That's not how this works, buddy. Don't talk to me. I know how it works. Whoa, dude!
At this point, the trooper calls for backup while Buganig continues to try to walk away. Eventually, the officer takes him to the ground and arrests him. The scuffle left Buganig with a cut to the face. Court documents show Buganig has been with DPS for 8 years. He's now on paid administrative leave as his case moves its way through court. He has pleaded not guilty to 2 felonies and a misdemeanor. In Chandler, I'm Derek Stahl for Arizona's Family.
Also right now, a man from Flagstaff is behind bars accused of pulling the trigger in a case of road rage. Police believe 69-year-old William Frost got into some sort of a fight with a 21-year-old driver and then shot him. Officers spent 2 days looking for Frost before finally tracking him down today. He is now facing assault charges.
A mother of 6 is dead, and hard to believe a 14-year-old boy is charged with her murder after a home invasion northeast of the valley. Well, the victim's husband sadly says he heard almost the entire crime over the phone. We spoke with Ernest Collins today. He's heartbroken over the loss of his wife, Terry Lynn. He says she was killed Tuesday on their property near Show Low. Ernest says he woke to a frantic call from his wife and he heard some sort of scuffle on the other end. Then the line went dead and he called 911. Well, a little later, he called his neighbor asking what was going on.
She said, "Ernie, are you alone, or are we with someone?" And I said, "No, Barbara. No. She didn't make it, Ernie."
Well, we don't know yet how Terry Lynn was killed or exactly what happened, but we do know DPS detectives arrested Joshua Richardson last night in Pinetop Lakeside. That 14-year-old now charged with first-degree murder and burglary.
Also happening right now, Valley High School is mourning the loss of one of its own. JV football player Braden Mason drowned over the weekend. 3TV's Lauren Reimer shows us how Perry High School is remembering him tonight.
Tonight, this young man's friends are getting a chance to say goodbye. Right now, they're lighting candles and lanterns on the school's football field, one of his favorite places.
The strength and teamwork of a junior varsity football team is tested by the loss of one of its players. 15-year-old Braden Mason lost his life Sunday on Bartlett Lake in a drowning accident.
It's just kind of like mind-blowing to actually see that happen. It doesn't seem real.
Tonight, his team played their first game without him. Number 40, Mason's number, placed on the sidelines, and his initials on all of his teammates' helmets.
Every time he walked in the room, he just brought smiles, and he just made everybody laugh, and he was always there.
The Perry Pumas won their game Thursday, but celebrations were cut off early for a vigil to remember Mason, whose spirit will live on this field for seasons to come.
Please do not be unhappy just because I'm out of sight. But remember, I'm with you every morning, noon, and night.
Just try not to forget a person like that, because he was always cheering up people even when they were down.
Well, this is the second time Mason's parents have had to say goodbye to a child. Mason had an older sibling who passed away many years ago. I'm Lauren Reimer for Arizona's Family.
Sad, Lauren. Thank you. Well, tonight, a church volunteer is in jail. He is accused of molesting 2 children. Chandler police say 57-year-old James Rhodes spent time at the Arizona Avenue Baptist Church. We're told he was there for 6 years, working in the sound booth. Investigators say he inappropriately touched kids at the church and at their homes.
A story that is new tonight. One of Hollywood's biggest names, producer and studio executive Harvey Weinstein, taking a leave of absence, accused of sexual harassment. The New York Times reporting tonight the allegations stretch back 30 years, with some as recently as 2015. The Times reporting tonight that one of his accusers is actress Ashley Judd. Weinstein has not addressed specific allegations, but does acknowledge he behaved inappropriately. Some of Weinstein's film credits include Pulp Fiction, Good Will Hunting, and Shakespeare in Love.
Well, investigators are learning more about murderer Stephen Paddock's planning in the months before the massacre in Las Vegas. They believe he looked at other concerts before setting his sights on the Route 91 Harvest Festival. Officials say in August, Paddock booked a room overlooking Lollapalooza in Chicago, but he never checked in. He got another room for the Life is Beautiful show near the Las Vegas Strip, and he may have also researched locations near Boston's Fenway Park.
He doesn't fit any of the profiles until they can actually completely complete this investigation. We're not going to know what was on his mind, and we may never know, actually.
There are reports tonight that Paddock's girlfriend told investigators she was concerned about his mental stability. Since October of last year, Paddock stockpiled 33 weapons from different gun stores in several states, which helped him avoid any red flags.
And tonight, lawmakers are now focusing on something called a bump stock. It's a tool that may have actually helped this shooter kill mass amounts of people. It's exactly what this man did. The device turns semi-automatic rifles into fully automatic weapons. Congress is now considering new legislation that would ban this bump stock. Even though some Republicans are at least willing to consider this bill, it still has a long way to go before it passes.
Banning bump stocks won't do anything to stop crime or mass shootings. All the Democrats want to do is get a bill to the floor so they can open the floodgates for more gun control.
So what? They're going to say if you give them bump stock, it's going to be a slippery slope? I certainly hope so.
Well, the NRA released a statement saying that they support additional bump stock regulations. President Trump says he's not sure if he will support this ban.
Went into the emergency room and it was quite a scene of chaos.
Well, that DPS sergeant, he was in the right place at the right time to help victims during Sunday's shooting massacre in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he had just rolled into town to attend a conference. 3TV's Ryan Hare's in the newsroom tonight. Ryan, this guy did not hesitate 1 second to jump in and help.
No, and he says any officer would do it, but he certainly rose to the occasion. That's Sergeant Alan Haywood. He hit a wall of traffic on the highway into Las Vegas. He'd eventually get word of the active shooter on the Strip. In uniform, fully armed, he knew he had to start working. That is when a pickup truck full of injured people pulled up to him. He immediately checked on the group and realized one woman lying down next to her husband was already dead. Sergeant Haywood flipped on the sirens and escorted the pickup truck to the nearest hospital. He said there were more than 100 injured people sprawled out across the emergency room. That's when he diverted his attention to that husband who just lost his wife.
He was calling his family back east where they live to notify his daughters and family that their mother and their family member was deceased. So I stayed with him because we didn't want to leave him alone.
Just such a sad story. Eventually, Sergeant Haywood went to another hospital to check on a couple of colleagues. 2 DPS members were at the concert and were injured. One had surgery on his hand, but both are back home recovering tonight. Haywood actually teaches active shooter training. He says law enforcement in Vegas did a phenomenal job considering the circumstances on Sunday night. In the newsroom tonight, I'm Ryan Harrer for Arizona's Family.
Ryan, thank you. The Los Angeles Kings held a moment of silence tonight for all of the victims of Sunday's attack, as well as a touching tribute for U of A grad Cristiana Duarte. Well, she started working for the hockey team about a year ago.
The LA Kings were sad to learn that one of our very own, Cristiana Duarte, was killed in the attack.
The players put on their helmets with a heart and her initials on the back. They tweeted out these pictures saying, "Tonight's for you, Chrissy." The 22-year-old used to work in the Diamondbacks front office, and last night, you may have seen it, the team honored her before their wild card game.
I seen that it was a blessing and that I could help others, so why stop?
An NFL player staying true to his roots, how he traded in his uniform to help his community that was ravaged by a hurricane.
And Brandon, once you put a sports bet on social media,
you better deliver.
Yep, you can't take it back. That's what you say. Anyway, after this short break, we're going to show you what happened when we caught up with this guy who gambled on the D-backs last night.
All right, we're going to see some nice temperatures through the weekend. Much cooler next week. We'll update the forecast.
Good morning, Arizona. We begin with some breaking news.
We have live team coverage with crews all across the valley this morning.
We're gonna decorate this room using only a gorgeous selection of Lazy Boy furniture. But let's just skip to the end. We can pause it now. I'm good. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's Red, White, and Blue sale with Columbus Day savings of 25% off throughout the store. Plus, get no interest until January 2020. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I had to start engineering my own arch support. So I got that, then I put this in there, this one. Finally, before I added another one of these in, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. And if I'd have just gone to Good Feet, I'd have been better off in the first place.
Good Feet Arch Supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
You put a spell on me, and I can't help but find you. Oh, let me remind you, baby, I'm coming better ready. So be looking for me, 'cause I'm the real thing.
Right now, lease the 2018 G80 for just $419 a month. Only at your Valley Genesis retailers.
It's our favorite event of the year. All our customers' favorite products now on sale at Conn's Home Plus. Like this Sofa Love seat set for just $56 a month. Or our top-selling side-by-side refrigerator for just $34 a month. And thanks to Yes Money Financing, we say yes even when other stores say no. Just apply at Cons.com on your mobile device and you could be approved for $5,000 instantly. Then come save on your favorites today.
In our news at 9 o'clock, we spoke about technology and kids, specifically the effect on their developing brains. We learned there's a direct correlation between kids who get rewarded either by tokens or points or getting to that next level on a video game and drug addicts who get their fix. The yellow dopamine burst looks exactly the same in brain scans. And that can mean kids are being primed for technology addiction and other addictions later in life. It's not just their brains that change, so can their behavior.
The more technology that they're using, you're probably going to start to see signs that I would consider clinical signs causing kids to have depression, anxiety, and just overall unhappiness in their life.
All right, so we asked our expert, Dr. Stroman there, how much screen time is healthy? Well, she said it depends on the age of your child. People don't want to hear this, but for kids under 2, Dr. Stroman recommends absolutely no screen time. For 2 to 10-year-olds, you should limit it to just 1 hour a day of supervised time online. And for those teens and tweens, she says 2 hours max. That's outside their homework and academic uses. Of course, bottom line here, you need a good, healthy balance. Dr. Stroman had a lot more information to share with us. I think a lot of people are going to find useful, and you can access that on our 3 TV News app right now.
Bring it home, man. He proved to be the lucky charm once again. Jesse McGuire bringing good vibes to the D-backs. The trumpet player performing the national anthem last night. He also played, well, the anthem when the team won the World Series back in 2001.
Sorry, that was wrong.
Yeah. Today, that's why I give a little bit of a pause there. Today, he told us it's been a humbling experience.
Because they could have called any number of 1,000 superstar musicians or entertainers, whatever, to do that game, and they called me. It humbles you real quick to be a part of something that's this big and this huge, and that they had the trust in me to go out and play the national anthem.
So 6 years ago, they made it to the playoffs. 2001, they won the World Series.
You got it.
All right, here we go. McGuire says that he is hoping that this team will ask him back. right, if they make it to the full-on World Series, which we hope they do.
Yeah, you said if.
Yeah.
Oh, well, before the D-backs game last night, one fan made a bet on Twitter that he is now regretting, in part because Brandon Lee has called him out several times today. Jeff Buss of Nebraska wrote, "If Archie Bradley plates a run, I am getting his fat face tattooed on my back tomorrow." Well, Bradley, he didn't get just one. He got 2 runs last night, and that tweet is going viral. Other fans are asking Buss to make good on your promise. Even Bradley responded saying, "You better do it." Well, we spoke with Buss today, who says he never thought that his tweet would get so much attention.
I was like, uh-oh, I might have stirred something up here. But he seems like a pretty nice guy. He might be okay with the charity route instead.
Maybe you could just do a little tattoo.
Yeah, we want a tattoo of the beard.
Or instead of a tattoo, I guess he wants to work with Bradley to choose a charity, a nonprofit to donate to instead. He can do both.
He can do both. Absolutely.
All right, we're tagging along with the Arizona Diamondbacks as they head down the road or up the road to the World Series.
Or just west. The next stop tomorrow in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. 3TV's Mark McClune. He's in LA tonight.
Well, welcome to Hollywood, where there's always drama, and the Arizona Diamondbacks touching down for their division series against the Los Angeles Dodgers on the front page of the New York Post. Here's the story that sent social media into an uproar early on Thursday morning. See, the Diamondbacks and specifically Coach Ariel Prieto inside the Diamondbacks dugout on Wednesday night against the Rockies. He was seen wearing an Apple Watch, and those illegal in Major League Baseball after the Boston Red Sox were accused of stealing signs from the New York Yankees. Major League Baseball banned them. It was huge news on the East Coast, and the New York Post reporting that Major League Baseball is investigating the Diamondbacks. Torey Lovullo was asked about the situation as soon as he got to Dodger Stadium.
It's just not something that we do or believe in. And, you know, we're trying to steer our direction and steer our ship till tomorrow's game. So we're aware of what's going on. And we're cooperating. We're doing exactly what MLB is asking us to do.
All right, after meeting the media, the Diamondbacks taking the field. They will take on Clayton Kershaw on Friday night here at Chavez Ravine. Taijuan Walker will make the start for the Diamondbacks. It'll be his first postseason start. The Southern California native 2-0 against the Dodgers this season in 3 starts. He struck out 17 Dodgers, had some success, and he says this will be kind of like his Major League debut, his postseason debut against his hometown team.
I'm excited. Still a little tired from last night's game. You know, it was a wild one last night, so still trying to recover from that. But I'm ready. You know, I've done my research. You know, I faced them a couple of times this year, so they see me a little bit too. So I think it should be a pretty good matchup.
All right, so the stage is set here at Dodger Stadium. First pitch set for 7:30 local and Arizona time on Friday night for Game 1. Game 2 set to start at 6 o'clock on Saturday night, and the series shifts back home to the Valley to Arizona on Monday. Game time to be determined. I'm Mark McClune for Arizona's Family.
And we will all be rooting for him, of course. Tonight, the Patriots and the Buccaneers faced off during Thursday Night Football, and while the Bucs came up short, one rookie wide receiver says he is still winning. Tonight's game, and really this whole NFL season, is a dramatic change from what he was doing just a few months ago. Bernard Reedy is his name. He was a star receiver at the University of Toledo, but he failed to make an NFL team back in 2016, just last year.
This guy had good karma coming his way. He moved back home to Tampa, where he eventually got a job for a company that drives handicapped clients around town. He kept driving even when the Buccaneers invited him to camp. He only stopped when, in a surprise, he made the team. Where this story takes another turn, Hurricane Irma. His old company was called in to evacuate Tampa and needed all hands on deck. So the boss picked up the phone and asked Reedy to help.
He didn't have to come to work that day. I mean, he's making more money than I'm ever going to make.
You know, they was just happy I was there to pick him up and get him home.
And this guy's a cool dude, isn't he?
I love him.
It's amazing.
Yes.
It truly is. Reedy will earn nearly $500,000 this season, but he still plans to drive. He says never forget where you started.
A good lesson for all of them. What a beautiful person.
Absolutely.
Love that.
I'm telling you, man, karma comes around in great ways.
Absolutely. Okay, so we are talking about another hurricane potentially impacting the U.S. Let's take a look, show you where it is. This is Tropical Storm Nate. We've circled it because it's ill-defined right now, but we do have heavy rain and winds in excess of 40 miles an hour. And the country of Nicaragua has reported 20 deaths from flooding because of Tropical Storm Nate. Here's the forecast track. This is going to move pretty quickly. We're talking by Saturday night as a hurricane, Category 1 hurricane coming on shore in southern Louisiana. And yeah, you betcha. Right now, it looks like right on top of New Orleans is a Category 1 storm, and then moving off fairly quickly and bringing a lot of rain to the northeast. But we'll have to watch this closely. Hopefully, there won't be too much more intensification. If the forward path of Nate continues as we're forecasting, it really won't have time to build into any kind of a super hurricane, and that's what we're hoping for. Tomorrow morning, we're looking at temperatures that are going to be in the 70s up to 78 degrees by 9 a.m. Not much in the way of any wind. We had a high today of 98. The average high is 93 on today's date, and it's 88 right now. Winds out of the west, relative humidity is at 15%, dew point at 35. So yeah, those units, those refrigeration units are working A-OK, the evaporative coolers. 83 at Mesa, 82 at Scottsdale, 80 at Glendale and at Avondale this hour. And in the high country, 60 for Window Rock, 61 at Winslow and Show Low, and 82 degrees at Gila Bend. Had a few thunderstorms down in southeast Arizona. Really not going to see much of that the next couple of days. It's going to be all about the warm temperatures. 95 for Safford, 90 at Sierra Vista tomorrow afternoon. It'll be 76 at Show Low, 71 at Window Rock. Kayenta at about 69 degrees. Flagstaff just shy of 70. Same at the Canyon, Prescott Valley at 80 degrees, and then Wickenburg should top out at about 94. Here in the Valley tonight with a rather quiet evening, we'll see a low of 70 degrees. Then for tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 97. We stay in the upper 90s to finish out the weekend, and then we get cool real fast. We're in the 80s by Tuesday afternoon.
Still to come on the news at 10, a really unique and perfect match here. How that puppy, born with a rare tint, is coming to the rescue of a boy who is battling a rare condition.
Weather with Royal Norman. Weeknights on 3TV.
Give your boring old breakfast a wake-up call. Jack's $2 breakfast pockets. Get a grilled pocket filled with your choice of ham or sausage, freshly cracked eggs, and 2 melty cheeses. But if you snooze, you lose out on this deal. Jack's $2 breakfast pockets. New from Jack in the Box.
Joe made sure I knew exactly what was happening. It was great to know someone was on my side fighting for me.
As a former insurance adjuster, I know what they're going to do before they do it, and I will fight for you. Call Accident Law Group now.
Dial ** ALG.
The new Sears outlets have one of the largest selections of home appliances on display in Arizona, period. And you'll find all the top brands at up to 70% off. Appliances, tools, bedding, furniture, and more. Sears outlets have it all. As is, out of the box, scratch and dent, and one of a kind means huge savings for you. Buy it or lease it with no credit required. With 4 locations in Phoenix, Gilbert, Glendale, and Arizona Mills, nothing compares to the selection and savings at the new Sears outlets.
If you have Medicare, I have 3 things you'll want to hear. There's an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana. It includes Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage, and it may save you money in so many ways. It's all in this book, and it's yours free just for calling. You'll see all the ways the plan might save you money, even on prescription drugs. In fact, last year, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $6,500 on average on their prescription costs. And you get all this coverage with an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. Even if you've looked at Humana before, you need to take another look at this plan. We'll send you the decision guide absolutely free, in a slightly smaller size, of course. Discover the all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan that could cut your costs and cover your prescriptions. Call 1-800-833-2309 or go to humanabigbook.com. The savings are too big to miss.
They are going to be thrilled when they see what we have in store for them. That's amazing.
The Arizona's Family Surprise Squad is powered by Valley Toyota dealers and only on 3TV.
Jack's Breakfast Pockets for $2 each. For just $2, get a grilled pocket filled with your choice of ham or sausage, freshly cracked eggs, and 2 melty cheeses. Jack's Breakfast Pockets, each for just $2, only from Jack in the Box.
You may remember this little guy who made headlines this summer, a golden retriever puppy that was born green. The color, as expected, disappeared just a few weeks later. So cute, right? Apparently, happens a lot more than we actually think. Today, another puppy born with green fur met his new owner.
He's a young boy with a rare form of muscular dystrophy. He's also crazy for the color of green, making this a perfect match. Check it out.
Can you run?
Yeah.
This is video of 10-year-old Liam McGordy.
There you go, bud.
A huge Red Sox fan, he was thrilled to run the bases at Fenway last year.
I hear barking.
Today, he can no longer walk. He uses a motorized wheelchair he calls the Green Monster.
My favorite color is green.
Bridget, open.
Pauline Hogler runs Golden Opportunities for Independence outside Boston, where she raises golden retrievers to work as service dogs. It was also where Liam was on the waiting list for a canine companion. When Pauline's dog Bridget had a litter of 10 puppies and saw one with a green tint, she knew.
I called up Kristen and Jeff and I said, we have a puppy for Liam, and it happens to be green.
Cute.
Liam named the puppy Fenway.
I think that's cool that he was green once. When I first saw him, I felt happy.
Within the placenta, the mother has some bile, and it, from what I understand, leaks into the sac and just kind of dyes his coat.
Fenway's green fur is faded and is now the color he's supposed to be.
This is a ray of sunshine, you know what I mean, to land right in his lap.
The 5-week-old pup will be trained to become Liam's service dog, to not only be a companion, but to help Liam do some of the things he won't be able to do as his disease progresses.
It will be like a friend for me.
Until then, Liam visits his dog, and both have already fallen in love.
He's just so cute.
The sweetest story.
How darn cute is that?
I love it.
Call him Little Green Monster. Call him Fenway. As always, thanks for choosing 3TV News at 10.
Have a great night, everyone.
azfamily.com, your online home for free news and information. Brought to you by Desert Diamond Casino.
This weekend, the largest swim spa and hot tub sale of the year. The original Arizona Spa Show. Save thousands on swim spas and hot tubs. Easy financing. The original Arizona Spa Show. Sale location 44th Street and McDowell Road.
Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's Red, White, and Blue sale with Columbus Day savings of 25% off throughout the store. Plus, get no interest until January 2020. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Mr. Phil, you better get down here. 5 men were caught breaking into the Watergate Hotel.
No more interviews with White House people.
What?
The director of the FBI ordered the FBI to stop its own investigation.
No one can stop an FBI investigation. Not even the FBI.
Washington Post. What you're doing will bring down the whole house of cards.
Is the president lying? They're all lying.
There's a nickname for you. Deep Throat.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday only in theaters.
What do you get when you add pumpkins and chili and multiply with an entire month of perfect weather?
75 years of family fun found only at Schnepp Farm.
Join 3TV for the annual Pumpkin and Chili Party every Thursday through Sunday in October. Voted Arizona's best fall event.
Bring the family and enjoy great food, corn mazes, fireworks, zombies, zip lines, and be sure to share your pictures with us using #AZFamily. Schnepp Farm's Pumpkin and Chili Party from 3TV, Arizona's family.
They just dumped 25,000 recliners on our outlet, even at 50% off. It'll take 4 months to sell them. The dump only has these 4 days. So Norway's $1,100 stress-free must go to $299. $3,000 power sectionals under $1,000. Power sofas $588. Italian leather power seats and headrests $1795. We'll get rid of 25,000 recliners by Monday night at 70% off the prices. To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump.
This weekend, the largest hot tub sale of the year. The original Arizona Spa Show. Save thousands on hot tubs and swim spas. New, used, demos, easy financing. The original Arizona Spa Show. Sale location 44th Street and McDowell Road.
Tonight on The Late Show, Colbert's all new with Morgan Freeman.
When you order pizza, do they believe that it's Morgan Freeman?
And tomorrow, don't miss Kathy Bates.
Tonight, Max and Vanessa dancing drama. What's really going on behind the scenes?
Listen, I'm not trying to do this whole dancing with the stars spiel and say the right things.
The truth behind Max's apology. Is he on thin ice with producers?
I'm gonna be embarrassed to show up to the bowl.
Plus, the new rumors about Fixer Up are ending.
Bye.
What Chip and Joanna Gaines are now saying about leaving the show.
Then, will there be an in-sync reunion at the Super Bowl? Clues from Joey Fatone.
Plus, Margot Robbie on her Tanya Harding transformation. Gal Gadot's SNL preview.
I should have used the door.
And
why do you have to go?
Just before Scandal's final season begins, the cast reveals what they plan to steal from the set.
Have you seen Olivia's closet? I'm gonna take a few things.
This is Entertainment Tonight. Max versus Vanessa, their rumored feud on the dance floor is now taking a very different turn.
It appeared that Max was putting it all behind them when he posted an apology to Vanessa, saying, quote, "I take full responsibility for my absence, but now a source claims that it was all just smoke and mirrors to fix his image." Quote, Max is in full-blown crisis management mode. He's losing fans and is getting tons of negative press, so he's trying to win people back.
Sorry, have to, congratulate.
Answer the question now.
Ever since we heard things got heated between Max and Vanessa and that they have clashed since the beginning, Vanessa has stayed relatively quiet. A few of Max's other partners have been vocal about their past battles.
Do you miss working with him?
I don't miss the rehearsals at all.
Our source says the big difference now with Vanessa is she isn't afraid to stand up to him. So could they end up switching partners? That's unlikely because according to our source, quote, drama is expected and part of the show.
It's a lot of pressure on us, more work than I've ever had to do before.
But is Max all